Welcome back to another session of 8 Questions with Making Sense book by WACEKE and NDUATI. My name is Thuo. I've worked in the investment industry for a while, working with a company that deals with shares. I've been a head of customer service and share registry department within that company. However, right now, I run my own company of logistics called Gearmart Logistics. I'm married to one beautiful wife, and I'm a product of what she has been doing to me, and God also. I enjoy earning money, and above that, I think I prefer gathering money. Why gather? Because I think it gives you the ability to be able to plan on the kind of lifestyle you actually want to live. If you spend without earning, which I prefer calling gathering, then it becomes quickly difficult, and you quickly realize that you cannot achieve or maintain what you want to spend. I prefer gathering the earnings. Let me give you my personal view of this. In my logistics company, I have drivers who work for me. And one of the things that I try to do to make them be enthusiastic about what they do, because it is a career that they can live with, is to try and save at least 100 bob a day. Look, it may not look like it is a lot. However, consider this: 100 bob a day is 700 shillings in a week. In a month, it is 2,800 shillings. Now that can translate, if you're driving a small car, let's say you have a car that has a capacity of 650 cc, of which most of them would get full tank around 3,500 bob. So by the end of the month, if you're planning to do good work and to drive as this will make sense, you need a full tank, which gives you more mileage to make more money. 100 bob a day, 2,800 in a month, is almost 3/4 of a tank. That is a lot of money, depending on how you see it. As I grew up, I really wanted to make money, to gather money. So I wouldn't call it a job. I think it was my first calling. This was back in high school, and everybody has gone through high school, and sometimes pocket money is an issue. So for me, I learned very quickly that if I wanted to enjoy my time without getting to tell my parents to come and give me money, I would get the 200 bob I'll be given for pocket money. Back then, it wasn't that small. Buy what I knew everybody in high school wanted to eat for break time. Basically biscuits. I think some of you have done this. So buy the biscuits for 150. It has 320 pieces inside. Sell each biscuit for a shilling. The mathematics is simple. 150 turns into 320. Take 300, flip it to 2 more boxes. I have 640 pieces of biscuits. So 300 turns into 640, which is 340 profit. Long story short, I bought my first mobile phone in high school. Back then it was 1018 that looked like a bar soap. That's before even my mother bought a Siemens. And that's how I made money. To begin with, I don't think money is stressful. I think what is stressful are the situations around life which either necessitate money or not. Let me give an example. Someone who's in debt and they need money. They look stressed because of money, but the situation is they're stressed because of their debt. The idea is to find a way on how to mitigate the debt using the money that is available without creating more debt. So money isn't stressful. The situation is. So on a scale of 1 to 10, is money stressful? I don't think so. I don't think I have a scale for that, because it's non-existent. If you and your friend are business partners, you need to have a very strict line on lending money to each other. We are doing business, so I'm lending you money for business that we do together. I think that would work. But if you are a friend and you do not really understand what your friend needs the money for, it's as well as giving money to family. It's 50-50, very thin line. If I'm lending money to my friend, here's what happens. I agree. What do you need the money for? When will you pay it? Are you sure you will pay it? And then when he gives me the date of paying, I add 10 days to it. Because he's my friend. Anything can happen. However, if you're asking me for an amount of money which I don't consider a big investment, I will just give you the money. I will not lend you the money. There's a lot of advice I would give my younger self, but one of them would be keep believing in the ideas that you have and put them to work. I had many ideas. I still have many ideas. The problem is I didn't implement most of them and I saw other people implement them. So to my younger self, if I can go back, just do it. The rest will come. So what makes me unique? I think it's the ability to flexibilize or metamorphosize with everyone around me. Why? It allows me to get to the other person's level. Let me give an example. In investments, you meet with people from Mama Mboga to very rich people who have money to spend. But the ability to be able to answer them at a level that they are all happy at the end of the day and understand what you're saying is something only God-given. I'm not blowing my own horn, but I think with the people I've been able to sit down with, the ability to communicate at all levels is what makes me different. So I like this quote. It's one of the quotes in the Making Sense book. It's on page 81. Investment opportunities keep coming when you are playing the game and not sitting on the benches. That's a reality. If you're seated in your house, the only things you see are the things you're used to. If you're walking outside, you meet with people who have issues, people who have made success part of their life, people who are trying to make success part of their life, people who are walking into issues. In all those situations, there are opportunities. The one trying to make themselves walk into an issue presents an opportunity of you talking to them to not go where they're going. You can still charge for it. It's an opportunity. The one who has made success part of their life presents an opportunity of you learning from them how to also make it. The one in problems presents an opportunity for you to help them to get out of a problem. I think you're getting my point. When you walk out, when you're not just sitting down, then you present yourself with opportunities. Riches come from solving problems. I used to think that was a cliche until I realized in what I'm doing in my company, it was still in an industry that exists, but I only saw one problem that people had, and I went for it, and I'm making money from it. So my second one is on page 56 of the Making Sense book. A key move to financial freedom is to face the man in the mirror. If anything is actually going to change in your life, not only financially, but in other areas of your life, both spiritually and physically, you need to face who you are. Until you accept where you are, what you've done wrong or right, then you'll be able to chart the path to either move left or right, go straight, go down or up, make changes. For you to make any move, you need to change yourself. It is fallacy. It's only a fool who will do the same thing the same way every time and expect different results. You need to change. So change first, face yourself in the mirror, and then the changes will come. My third quote that I love, on page 104, nothing really matters until you make the critical decision that something has got to be different in your life, that you are important enough to take yourself seriously. Now that might sound like the second quote, but the last part is what really matters, that you need to take yourself more seriously. Some opportunities and some ideas actually look very foolish to a lot of people around you. But to you, you're the one who dreamt the dream. You're the one who felt what you felt in the dream. You're the one who saw what you saw in the dream. Sometimes, no matter how good you narrate it, people will never understand the feeling. So take yourself seriously. Here's the point. If a shoe looks so good to your friend, but it's actually pinching you, take yourself seriously and realize that you need to get a bigger size of the same shoe or just change the shoe. A lot of us are where we are because we allowed ourselves to be there. The quicker you realize that you can't blame anyone else, you can't blame your wife, you can't blame your brother, you can't blame your father or mother, you can't blame your job. The quicker you realize that you hold your own destiny, the quicker things will begin to change. The Bible says we have been given the power to dominate, subdue. It even calls us small gods. If God said let it be and it was there, it clearly says that if you think about it, if you can dream it, then it can come to life. All you need to do is let yourself practice what you think you can do. It is the simplest thing said by very many people. You just need to start. Look, the way to 100 shillings is a shilling. The way to 1,000 is 100. The way to 1,000,000 is 1,000. The way from here to that door is me waking up and taking a step. My final thought is this. If you've not made the decision to change your life, at least make this one. Get this book, open the first page. The rest will take itself.